Hello everyone, I'm Dee, and welcome to 24 Frames. Okay, I've already admitted to liking the Rainbow Bright movie as a kid. I also watched Care Bears, Thundercats, Ninja Turtles, Gem and the Holograms, Strawberry Shortcake, Spider-Man, X-Men, SWAT Cats, Darkwing Duck. I didn't really care what I was watching, as long as it was animated. With one exception. I hated My Little Pony.
My little pony, my little pony, what will today's adventure be?
I mean, there's Girly, but then there's Vapid, and then there's this. No disrespect to any fans, but I just could not stand it. The characters drove me crazy, the plots bored me to tears, I just hated every frame of it. And the god-awful straight-to-DVD stuff that's come out since has not endeared me to this franchise any. So, when I heard that they were remaking the series, I avoided it. I avoided it like Stephanie Myers avoids a creative writing workshop. I mean, why in the hell would I want to subject myself to more of this? However, now that I'm doing this show, it seemed like a good idea to check it out, if only to have something to tear into. So, I sat and watched all 26 episodes of the first season of My Little Pony: Friendship is Magic, and it's good. It's really good. I'm not kidding. I like it. I am a fan of My Little Pony. What the hell was that? Man card. Hey, wait, where are you going?
We're done.
Wait, what are you talking about?
No. I stayed silent through the Rainbow Bright thing. I can't roll with no fan of My Little Pony. We're done. We're done.
Man card, wait! Come back! Man card! It's good!
My little pony, my little pony,
My Little Pony: Friendship is Magic began its run on the Hub channel on October 10th, 2010. Now, before I get into the show proper, I want to take a moment and give praise to its executive producer, Lauren Faust. She has a very impressive resume. She's worked as an animator on Cats Don't Dance and The Iron Giant, and she's also worked as a director, a writer, and even a storyboard artist on The Powerpuff Girls and Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends. Clearly, this is a woman with some real quality in her work. The animation for the series is done by Studio B, which has done a lot of things. A lot of things. Seriously, this isn't even half of it. They do good work, too. The animation in this is possibly the best Flash animation I have ever seen. Everything is smooth and expressive and wonderfully colorful. I have absolutely no complaints about this show's look, and I love every single frame of it. Okay, I've stalled long enough. Let's get into the story of this show.
Once upon a time, in the magical land of Equestria.
Skip over it. I know, it sounds like this story has a great magical plotline, and it does for like 2 episodes, but it's not the core of this series, so let's just skip it and get to the real meat. The long and short of it is that this little bookworm named Twilight Sparkle is sent from the sprawling kingdom of Canterlot to the small town of Ponyville and given a mission by Princess Celestia.
I, Princess Celestia, hereby decree that the unicorn Twilight Sparkle shall take on a new mission for Equestria. She must continue to study the magic of friendship. She must report to me her findings from her new home in Ponyville.
And that's the setup. Every week, Twilight has an adventure of some type with her friends, and at the end of the episode, she writes a letter to Princess Celestia on what this adventure taught her about friendship. Rinse and repeat. What keeps this from being dull is that all the episodes vary, from something as simple as trying to decide which friend to give an extra ticket to a gala to.
I asked for that ticket first.
So, that doesn't mean you own it.
Oh, yeah? Well, I challenge you to a hoof wrestle. Winner gets the ticket.
To escaping from an angry Hydra. To rescuing one of the ponies from a group of diamond dogs.
Oh, Diamond Dog.
That's right, you heard me. Diamond dogs. Little touches like that are part of why I love this series. The adventures of the ponies are always creative and manage to be entertaining no matter how epic or mundane. In fact, my personal favorite episodes are the ones that deal solely with Twilight and her relationship with the other ponies. In fact, if I'm being perfectly honest here, the main reason I'm such a huge fan of this series is because I really like the ponies.
Oh, Jesus, God in heaven! It's like you have two koosh balls for testicles!
One of the things about the original 80s ponies that always bugged me is that they were either A, flat interchangeable character types, or B, they were just downright unlikable. Like Lickety Split.
I can do whatever I want.
God, I hate Lickety Split. The Friendship is Magic ponies, on the other hand, are just so much better written. They have dreams, they have goals, they have qualities, they have faults, and they have easily understandable and relatable motivations for everything that they do in any given situation. In other words, what makes this show work is that all 6 of the main ponies, and the entire supporting cast for that matter, are fleshed out characters. Yes, this show is primarily to sell toys, but no one in this show feels like they're there just to add another toy to the lineup. If they're put in the show, they're given something to do. Twilight Sparkle is the primary pony of the series, and as I said before, she is first introduced as a typical library bookworm who is cut off from the world outside of her library and has little interest in friends or pretty much anything outside of her books.
Just need to be alone so I can study without a bunch of crazy ponies trying to make friends all the time. Now, where's the light?
Once she moves to Ponyville and actually makes friends, she goes from wanting to absorb knowledge from just books to wanting to soak up knowledge from life experience too. She's still a bookworm though, and always falls back on books whenever she doesn't have prior knowledge of something.
Twilight? What in tarnation are you doing up here?
I'm racing. Good one, Twilight. I'm not joking. What? You're not an athlete. You're an egghead. I am not an egghead. I am well-read. Egghead.
But have you ever run a race?
Well, no, but I do know a lot about running.
And you know this from
Books. I've read several on the subject.
She's just wonderfully adorkable through and through, and that's what makes her so likable. Then there's Pinkie Pie.
It's me, Pinkie Pie.
And Spike. Looks like Rainbow's doing her best to catch up.
I'm not sure how ketchup is going to help her in this contest. Now, in a hot dog eating contest, it can make them doggies nice and slippery. But personally, I prefer mustard. How about you, Spike?
I like pickles.
We'll come back to Pinkie Pie. Then you got Applejack, the classic farmer's daughter type. You know, the sweet, tough country girl who runs the local Ponyville farm with her very, very large family. I'm not even going to try and count all the apple puns that are connected to this character's family.
You need to hurry.
This here's apple fritter, apple bumpkin, red gallop, red delicious, golden delicious, caramel apple, apple strudel, apple tart, baked apples, apple brioche, apple cinnamon crisp, big Macintosh, apple plume, and Granny Smith. Up and at 'em, Granny Smith. We got guests. What?
Applejack is the loyal friend, the one who goes charging in and gives 110% anytime someone needs help, but can't be bothered to ask for help herself because she's just too full of stubborn pride.
Do you want some help?
Help? No way, no how.
But there's no way you can do it all on your own.
Is that a challenge?
No.
The only character in the cast who's more proud and stubborn than Applejack is arguably the most popular character in the show, Rainbow Dash. People love Rainbow Dash. And with good reason. Rainbow is awesome.
Madame, are you going to eat your food in the rain?
It's not raining. What's going on? Hi there, best friend forever I've ever had. Enjoying the sunny weather? Rainbow Dash, what are you doing? What do you mean? I just saw the smartest, most generous pony about to get rained on, so I thought I'd kick the hole in the clouds to keep her dry so she could dine in peace. That's all. Rainbow, you're not trying to get extra consideration for the extra ticket by doing the extra special favors, are you? Me? No, of course not. Seriously, I'd do it for any pony.
Rainbow Dash is also definitely the most competitive of the ponies.
I hate losing.
That competitive streak, in fact, leads to one of the best episodes in the series, Fall Weather Friends, where Applejack and Rainbow get into a competition to see who's the most athletic and end up beating the crap out of each other. That episode also has some really good Pinkie Pie moments.
You know, Pinkie, these two ponies have a bit of a grudge match they're trying to settle, trying to prove who's the most athletic.
Yes, and grudge rhymes with fudge.
Yes, it does.
What? And I like fudge, but if you eat too much fudge, I get a pudge and then I can't fudge.
We'll come back to Pinkie Pie.
So, no fudge?
Oh, no thanks. I had a big breakfast. Let's check it.
There are two characters that I would normally hate in any other story, and I think the fact that I like them so much in this series is another testament to how well written this show is. Fluttershy and Rarity Unicorn. Rarity, the fashionista, and Fluttershy, the timid wallflower. The reason I usually hate these types of characters is because they're usually one-note characters, and it's a very boring note. The mall brat is always selfish, spoiled, and petty, and the wallflower is barely in the show at all. They just fade into the background. As you've probably guessed, that's not a problem in this series.
Welcome to Carousel Boutique, where every garment is chic, unique, and magnifique.
So how do you make someone who's obsessed with appearance into something more than a petty mall brat? Turn it into their career. Rarity isn't just some obsessive mall brat who collects clothes for her own sake. She's a fashion designer, and it's something that she throws herself into wholeheartedly. It's her passion, it's her drive. And maybe it's just because I'm an animator, but I have a lot of respect for this character. I understand what it's like being up all night, exhausted, beaten down, not 100% certain you're going to make the deadline on your current project. Clients on your back every single second, repeatedly making you do things over that you've already done 8 times, saying they respect your artistic integrity but never allowing you to do anything your way, acting like they know more than you when you're the one who studied it and practiced it and spent your whole life building in it. I relate to Rarity. Fluttershy is still very much the standard wallflower character, but it's offset by moments of a strong internal will, and hints that she might not be quite as innocent as she's portrayed. What's my favorite Fluttershy moment? That's from episode 26, Best Night Ever, and I'm not explaining the context. Just go and watch it. It is awesome. Fluttershy has just enough bite to her character to turn her from someone that would normally irritate me into someone I just can't help but like. Honestly, when I think of who my favorite pony is, it's actually a pretty difficult choice. All 6 of them have well-written character moments, they're fun to watch. They have so many fun qualities that I just can't seem to decide on what...
Oh my god, do you hear yourself? You've become a full-on brony!
Hey, just because I'm able to enjoy a well-written and well-animated series does not make me a brony.
Oh, really? What is that?
It's a Friendship is Magic Pinkie Pie figurine.
You were dead to me.
Honestly, I think my favorite pony might be Pinkie Pie. The most bizarre one.
Hello?
My initial impression of Pinkie Pie was that she was the vapid Valley Girl stereotype, but that impression lasted about 20 seconds. She's...
Never mind her. She's just being Pinkie Pie.
Yeah. The best Pinkie Pie episode is probably episode 25, Party of One, where her friends, who usually don't have any problem spending time with her, suddenly seem too busy for her, and she doesn't take it well.
Tell me that my friends are all lying to me and avoiding me because they don't like my parties and they don't want to be my friends anymore!
You won't answer my calls, you changed your number. I'm not going to be ignored, Dad.
This is also the episode that revealed that Pinkie Pie is insane.
I'm just glad none of them ponies showed up.
Oh, they're not so bad.
Not so bad. Police. They're a bunch of losers.
How long have I been babbling on about My Little Pony? Oh, geez. Okay, we need to stop this right here. Look, any brony jokes set aside, the real reason this show is worth watching is because there's a lot of effort behind it. The animation is beautiful, the writing is solid, the acting is good. It's taking something and giving it a new life in a good way. So, go and watch it, hell. This thing is on Netflix, it's on DVD, it's on YouTube, it's still airing on the Hub channel last I checked. I haven't had a chance to watch any of the newer episodes, but it's not hard to find. Give it a look. Well, I think I'm done emasculating myself for one day. If you'll excuse me, I'm gonna go and see if I can get my man card back. I'm Dee, and this has been 24 Frames. See you next time.
That's right, Fluttershy. You tell that dragon who's boss.